Hello, my beautiful and radiant Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for decoding the brilliant cosmic currents that flow through your magnificent lives. I am your guide, and if you have found your way to this message at this very moment, I need you to understand with every fiber of your being that this is no accident. This is a divine appointment. Pause with me for just a moment, brave lion. Before we journey into the heart of this truth, I invite you to create a sanctuary around you. Take a deep, intentional breath in, feeling the golden light of the sun. Fill your lungs, the very source of your power. Hold it for a count of 3, and then exhale, slowly releasing every shadow, every doubt, every whisper that does not honor the king or queen that you are. Let your shoulders, which carry the weight of your kingdom, relax. Let your heart, that vast and generous sun, open to receive. Because the universe has orchestrated this meeting between your spirit and the words that are about to pour forth, and they are meant to change everything. Leo, you were born of the sun. Your very purpose is to shine, to create, to lead, with a heart so warm it can feel like coming home. But perhaps lately, you have felt a strange chill. You've sensed the shift in energy when you enter a room, the flicker of a forced smile that doesn't quite reach the eyes. You've felt the subtle, insidious sting of your light being mirrored back to you as a flaw, your confidence labeled as arrogance, your passion as drama, your radiance as a threat. You have felt deep in your bones the unsettling energy of a story being written about you, a story you did not authorize. If this truth resonates in the very core of your being, if your royal spirit is stirring in recognition, then I want you to make a sacred pact with your own sovereignty right now. Make a covenant with the universe by commenting below. Tell us your birthday and discover the cosmic advice written just for you. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, not just as a click, but as a promise to yourself that you will continue to honor the divine wisdom that dwells within you. Let me tell you something, magnificent soul. You are not here to be a supporting character in someone else's insecure narrative. You are not here to dim your own brilliant light so that others can feel comfortable in their shadows. You are here right now to receive a truth so potent, so transformative, that it will alchemize every drop of envious poison sent your way into a crown of pure, unadulterated power. For a long time, your heart, in all its loyalty and generosity, has understood that your intuition is a sacred gift. It is your direct line to the divine, a familiar whisper from the universe that has never led you astray. But there is a reason that inner voice has been so active lately, a reason you've been feeling a pull on your energy, a subtle drain you couldn't quite name. A powerful card has been drawn for you, a gentle hand placed upon your shoulder, the Queen of Cups. She is the embodiment of that deep emotional wisdom. She confirms that what you've been feeling is not paranoia, it is divine radar. You have indeed been named in a place of shadow. But as the Queen of Cups delivers her message of validation, a far more challenging energy reveals itself. The next card appears, and for many, its name alone can cause a shiver of fear, the Devil. Now breathe, beautiful Leo. Do not recoil. In our sacred space, we understand that this card does not arrive as a harbinger of doom. It comes as a great revealer. It comes to expose the truth, to show you the very origin of the invisible chains that someone has desperately tried to wrap around your brilliant light. The Devil whispers a story, not of demonic forces, but of a very human one. It speaks of a heart consumed by envy, by a desperate craving for the light it cannot generate on its own. Someone in your orbit, Leo, has looked upon your natural radiance, your effortless charisma, your creative fire, the way people are drawn to your warmth, and they have felt a profound lack within themselves. They cannot create that light, so they have sought to possess it, to control it, to contain it. In their spiritual immaturity, they have written your name, spoken your name, or focused their energy upon you, not as a blessing, but as an act of binding. It is a desperate attempt to create an energetic cord, hoping to siphon off a piece of your solar power, your success, your joy for themselves. They see your throne, and they want it, not realizing a throne must be earned through the heart, not stolen in the shadows. Listen to me closely, magnificent lion. No list penned by a fearful hand, no name whispered in a room of jealousy can ever imprison a soul born of the sun itself. These invisible chains only have power when you begin to doubt the source of your own light. Have you felt it? A sudden wave of creative block, a project that mysteriously stalls, a feeling of profound weariness that has no physical cause. These are not signs of your weakness, Leo. They are the evidence of an energetic battle you have been fighting and winning in your sleep. I have sat with so many radiant souls, just like you, who have experienced this. They come to me and say, I feel like I'm walking through mud. I feel like my own shine is being used against me. And I tell them, what I am telling you now, the universe allows these tests not to break you, but to awaken you to the sheer, unbreakable magnitude of your own power. It is a divine lesson in discernment, teaching you to distinguish between those who are drawn to your light, to celebrate it, and those who are drawn to it, to cage it. True love, true friendship, true loyalty. The things your Leo heart craves above all else is about freedom. It is about wanting to see the other person shine brighter, not trying to fit their sun into your little box. Any connection that makes you feel indebted, that subtly demands you shrink yourself, that makes you feel guilty for your own success, that, my dear Leo, is not love. That is possession. Those are the invisible chains the devil card has come to expose. And here is the beautiful cosmic irony. The very moment they tried to bind you by name, they unwittingly rang a celestial alarm bell. They didn't just summon your name. They summoned your divine protectors. They didn't just put you on their list. They put themselves on the universe's watch list. In their attempt to cage you, they have actually handed you the very key to your ultimate liberation. The Queen of Cups confirms your intuition was right, and the devil reveals the source of the attack. Now the choice is yours. Will you remain in this energetic prison, dimming your light to appease the fears of another? Or will you remember that you were born with a key forged of sunlight in your own hand and dare to turn it? You already know who it is. Your heart, that great and truthful lion, has felt their energy. You have seen the subtle signs, the backhanded compliments, the strange mixture of admiration and resentment. The universe, through these cards, is not telling you something new. It is simply giving you permission to believe what you have always known. Do not be afraid. For the moment you are named in shadow, you are simultaneously crowned in a greater light. Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself standing in a grand throne room. Behind you, these flimsy, shadowy chains try to hold you back, but before you is a vast, open door, and sunlight is pouring through. In your hand is a golden key. You turn it. The door swings wide, and the light that floods in is so powerful, so pure, that the chains behind you don't just break, they dissolve into dust, as if they were never real to begin with. This radiant Leo is the truth the devil brings, not to terrify you, but to tell you it is time to be free. And once you step through that door, a new chapter begins. A chapter where you are not just the writer, but the sole sovereign author of your own magnificent story. Close your eyes with me for a moment. Imagine before you not just a book, but a royal scroll, its pages made of woven light, emitting a gentle, golden warmth. This is the book of your soul, the sacred chronicle that the universe began when your spirit first chose to incarnate. No one else can write in it. No one can mar its pages. No one can steal it. For years, Leo, you have allowed others to leave their energetic fingerprints on your journey, sometimes through beautiful, loyal love, but other times through betrayal, through jealousy, through a misunderstanding of your grand heart. But from this moment forward, you carry those marks no longer. This is your time. Take up the pen, a quill dipped in liquid sunlight, and rewrite your own name with the authority it deserves. Picture yourself writing it, not just your name, but your royal title. See the strokes of radiant gold, each letter a declaration of your sovereignty. With every curve and line, the light spreads, illuminating the entire throne room of your soul, forcing every last remnant of shadow to retreat. When your name appears on that page, it is a cosmic decree. I belong to the light. I am a child of the sun. I am divinely protected, guided and enthroned in my own power. Perhaps a flicker of the old doubt rises. Am I truly powerful enough to declare this? And the universe answers with a resounding yes. For even if your hand trembles, feel a greater hand resting upon yours, the hand of the divine guiding your strokes. You are not alone in this sacred rite. Your spiritual court is all around you, your ancestors, your guides, their light a shield of honor. And your soul, which may have felt weary from the battle, now begins to sing its true anthem, the melody of freedom. Let every breath you take be an affirmation. Let every beat of your generous heart seal the decree upon the page. Write with gratitude, gratitude for the tests that revealed your true strength. Write with forgiveness, not for them, but for you, so your heart grows light, no longer bearing the weight of another's shadow. And write with a magnificent unconditional love for the glorious being that you are, for the brilliant path the universe has laid before you. This is not mere imagination, Leo. This is the deepest truth of your soul's journey. You are performing a sacred ritual of reclamation. Once your name is inscribed in this way, you will feel a profound shift. Burdens will lift, energetic cords will dissolve. Let this ritual be your sacred vow. From this day forward, you will no longer allow the insecurities of others to define you. You will no longer allow anyone to keep you captive in a story that is too small for your spirit. You are the pen. You are the author. You are the sovereign of your own next chapter. Whisper it to your own heart. Now I am light. I am love. I am the freedom the divine intended for me. I write my own destiny with a hand guided by grace. And when you open your eyes, the world may look the same, but inside you, an irreversible coronation has taken place. You have become free. And this is only the beginning. For after you reclaim your throne, a greater question awaits: what magnificent reality will you create? Now that you are fully seated in your power, and who will be worthy to enter your court, a moment will come, Leo, a moment that no soul can escape forever. It rises like a trumpet call from the heavens, forcing all truth into the light. The card of judgment appears. For the one who tried to dim your light, who lived in the shadow of their own envy, their time of hiding is over. They have used silence, distance, or perhaps even feigned friendship as a wall to conceal the truth of their heart. But the day is coming when the universe itself will place them before you, and the truth will finally be spoken aloud. I believe with every fiber of my being that the cosmos does not allow truth to be buried forever. The unspoken jealousy, the secret resentment, the actions taken in the dark, all of it must one day be brought into the sun. And when it happens, it will not be a clumsy text message or a half-hearted apology. It will be a confession that rises from the very depth of their soul, a space where lies can no longer survive. They will have to face what they have done. They will have to face you. And they will finally speak the words they never dared to utter. Losing your light from their life was their greatest mistake. They will confess that they were intimidated, that they were jealous, that they tried to control what they should have celebrated. This moment may make your noble heart tremble. It may awaken old wounds of betrayal you thought had healed. But remember this, magnificent Leo. This time, you are not the one seeking validation. You are not the one standing in the shadows hoping to be seen. You are the one on the throne holding the royal scepter of choice. This is the profound lesson judgment brings. The power is now entirely in your hands, to forgive, to release, to open the door to a reformed soul, or to close it with grace and finality. The choice no longer lies in their hands, but in your heart, a heart that is now stronger, wiser, and fully aware of its own immense worth. The truth is revealed not to chain you to the past, but to set you completely free, allowing you to walk into your new chapter with a clean slate. And in that freedom, a sacred promise of a new kind of love begins to hum on the horizon, a sign that what awaits you is far greater than what you have just been released from. For there are rare and precious moments in this life, Leo, when you feel your soul is not just living for itself, but is calling out across the cosmos for its divine counterpart. And that is when the Two of Cups appears. It does not fall by chance. It arrives as a sacred seal, a cosmic guarantee that two souls, two royal hearts, are being given the chance to meet, or perhaps to meet again in a new and higher light. When you look at the Two of Cups, you see more than two people. You see two golden chalices, each overflowing, each offering their abundance to the other without fear of depletion. This card speaks of a love your Leo heart was born for. Not a fleeting infatuation, not a fragile affection, but a soul partnership planted long ago, where two beings can see each other completely in all their glory, without pretense or competition. This is why deep down, you've always felt that a simple love was not enough. You have been waiting for a royal love. I believe the love the universe intends for you never comes to imprison. It doesn't come to bind you in a cage, no matter how gilded. It doesn't demand that you beg for attention or trade your peace for affection. True divine love comes to liberate and to amplify. It comes to celebrate your light and add its own, creating a blaze so bright the whole world can feel its warmth. You may have loved with your whole generous heart in the past, only to be wounded, only to feel you were the one always giving, always shining, while the other took shelter in your warmth without offering any of their own. The Two of Cups arrives as a divine promise. You are worthy of a love where you do not have to plead to be seen, a love where your magnificent essence is honored, a love where you never have to prove your worth, because that worth was decreed by the heavens at the moment of your birth. That sacred fire of soul love never died, Leo. It only waited for you to come home to your own throne. You are no longer the one who might have chased love to fill an empty hall in your heart. You have walked the journey of reclaiming your own kingdom. And now, standing in your full power, you are ready to love without losing yourself. True love will never ask you to shrink your light to fit in someone else's shadow. It invites you to shine at your absolute brightest and dares them to rise and shine with you. Imagine this, Leo, a soul who has long carried your image in their heart. They may have walked other paths, sought comfort in other arms, but nowhere did they find the sun. In the silence, they still heard the echo of your laughter. Across any distance, they still saw your light in their dreams. And now the universe is shifting the very fabric of time and space so their soul may stand before yours once again to see if that glorious love still lives and if you are both strong enough to build a new kingdom together. But be warned, my brave lion. Just as you reach the threshold of this sacred union, the final test will appear. The darkness will try one last time to intrude. It will challenge your newfound strength and make you wonder if this is all real. And that is when the moon card emerges, a silver mirror, forcing you to face your deepest fears before you can step fully into the sun. The moon does not rise to tell you this love is an illusion. It rises to reveal the illusions within you, the old wounds, the lingering suspicions, the fear of betrayal that has been etched into your heart. The moon will ask you, are you sure? Remember how you were hurt before. Remember how you trusted and were let down. It will test you with echoes of the past. This is your final trial, Leo. You cannot listen with your ears alone or see with your eyes alone. You must listen with the unwavering wisdom of your royal heart. Your intuition, that divine compass, is the only guide you need. I believe this trial comes so you can recognize once and for all how far you have come. The old, you might have fallen for a pretty illusion. The old, you might have ignored red flags in the name of a grand romance. But the sovereign you, the enthroned you, knows the difference between the moon's borrowed wavering light and the undeniable life-giving radiance of the sun. You can now stand in the dark, look steadily at any illusion, and hold the lamp of your own inner truth without it ever flickering. And the moment you pass this test, the moment you choose your own inner knowing over any outer illusion, the sun card appears in all its glory. This, dear Leo, is your home. It is your birthright. The sun is the universe's greatest blessing, bringing not just light, but joyful, undeniable clarity. Every doubt the moon raised is burned away. Every hidden fear is laid bare and dissolved. And as that brilliant, warm light touches your heart, you will feel a freedom, a sense of rightness you have never known. You have walked through a long night, beautiful soul, but the sun arrives to declare that the dawn is not just coming, it is here. A new cycle has begun, and you are not just healed, you are reborn in your own brilliant light. And here is the most profound teaching. This light does not come from another person. It rises from within you, and therefore no one can ever take it away from you again. If this new soul is willing and able to walk with you under that magnificent sun, then that will be true love. But even if they cannot, you will still move forward shining, because the sun proves you are whole and complete, all on your own. And now, as you stand in the full glorious light of your own being, one final card appears. Do not be afraid. It is the card of death. But it does not come to take anything from you. It comes to affirm that a great transformation is complete. The old you, the Leo, who needed applause, the Leo who feared betrayal, the Leo whose light could be dimmed by the doubts of others, that version of you has lovingly and gracefully completed its journey. It has died so that the true sovereign may be reborn. The sorrows, the heavy memories, the scars on your heart, they have all dissolved. They no longer bind you. They have become the very fuel for your fire, the stories that give your wisdom its depth. This is not an ending. This is the grand door the universe is holding open for your coronation. You are no longer the wounded one. You are the soul who holds the key to a new destiny, ready to receive a love that does not bind, but liberates. A love that is not a game of thrones, but a shared kingdom of light. If your soul feels awakened by this sacred truth, seal your choice with a like. Share this message so its light may reach another royal heart in need. And subscribe as a soul covenant that you will never again forget the magnificent sun that dwells within you. Thank you for being here, for sitting in this sacred space with me, and for listening with your whole generous heart. Know that you are never alone. The universe adores you, your guides protect you, and every challenge you have faced has been counted towards the immeasurable strength you now hold. Go forth and be brilliant, magnificent Leo. Your kingdom awaits.